Almost here, isn't it? Chelsea against Manchester United is the second part of our Super Sunday coverage this week. And yet again, Jose Mourinho has been defending his tactics. So just how have United changed when they played two of last season's top six in the Premier League this season? Well, just look at the difference in possession. They've averaged 41% in the games against Liverpool and Tottenham compared to 59% in the other 8 Premier League games. This season they also have almost double the shots against the other teams and average way more touches in the opposition box. Jose Mourinho also experimented with another formation change at the weekend. He went with 3 at the back, but still kept the defensive midfield partnership of Herrera and Matic in ahead of them. So, do you expect any changes for the trip to Stamford Bridge, or can we expect another defensive performance from Jose Mourinho?
I really think it depends on whether Kante's fit or not, Rob. If Kante's fit, then I see Herrera holding his place. If Kante's not fit, I can see Mata coming into the situation. Because Jose must be looking at this situation now and thinking, having watched Chelsea and Rome the other night, that they are a side that are struggling. It breaks my heart to say it, but we are struggling. And he has now got the best possible chance of going to Stamford Bridge and clawing back 3 points that also Manchester City got off us at Stamford Bridge. He must feel that they've got every opportunity to win this game because Chelsea are lacking confidence. The players aren't playing to their ability or to their strengths. And this is an opportunity for Man U to come to Stamford Bridge and take the game away from us. I sincerely hope it doesn't happen, but I can honestly see a Manchester United victory. Yeah,
we talked a lot this week about style or substance, the ends justifying the means after Mourinho's comments in his programme notes Tuesday. Which does matter more? Just getting the result?
The results are everything, Rob. You know, I'd settle for a 1-0 victory now as a Chelsea supporter to beat Manchester United. And when you think of City, you know, City are playing a day earlier and you'd expect them to pick up 3 points playing at home the way they're playing. So already you're playing catch-up. So it's vitally important that you don't slip further away. Now, Mourinho will look at that as well. Because if they were to lose on Sunday against Chelsea, and also Chelsea were to lose against Manchester United, we're playing major catch-up now. We've lost already to City. Man U haven't, but they've got to beat them twice to get anywhere near them. And that's not easy, the way they're playing. So already you're playing catch-up. I think this game on Sunday is so vital to both clubs, and that's why I sincerely hope they both go for it and try and win the game.
Is this pragmatism from Mourinho? Because if you look at the team sheets, if you look at the squad, they have a team, and we've seen it against the 8 other teams that they've played this season. They can score goals, they can dominate matches, they have the players to do this. So why don't they adopt that in perhaps more crucial games? Is it pragmatism, or is it perhaps a lack of confidence?
The one that's kicked him in the teeth at the moment, Rob, is the defeat at Huddersfield. That's the one that's kicked him in the teeth. If not, if they win at Huddersfield, they're 2 points behind City. And they're well in it, and no one's even mentioning the fact that Man U aren't scoring. You know, let's get it right as well. They've just beaten Tottenham 1-0. We saw that goal there from Martial. They've just beaten Tottenham, and everyone's having a go at Jose. You're not playing well enough, this, that and the other. Jose won't give a monkey's whether they're playing well enough, but if they're beating the sides like Tottenham and putting them further behind them, you'll be absolutely thrilled. And it'll be exactly the same on Sunday. If he was to come away from Stamford Bridge with a 1-0 victory, he'd be jumping through hoops.
So in the week they beat Tottenham, continue their 100% record in the Champions League. A victory at Stamford Bridge. Just how significant will that be, not just as far as the table is concerned at the moment, but the whole mindset for the rest of the season?
Oh, the mindset would be amazing if they were to win at Stamford Bridge. He'd be thinking, it's between the two of us. He won't even be thinking anything else. It's the two of us now. It's us against City. And whoever comes out on top in those 2 games will win the championship. But that's the way he thinks. He's a winner. And wherever he's been, Rob, he wins the championship in the 2nd year. Ibrahimovic is to come back round about Christmas time, so he's got another world-class football with a huge personality coming back in to the club, and that's what Man U rely on, is huge personalities, and Ibrahimovic, none come bigger. So, you know, watch out, everybody, if they were to win on Sunday.
I guess there's two sides to the argument here. If you're hiring Jose Mourinho, you know what you're getting.
Yep.
You're getting trophies, but you are getting games like the one against Liverpool,
Yep.
like the one
Absolutely.
against Tottenham. So which camp are you in? Are you in the Jose Mourinho shush, or are you in the fans have their right to express how they feel even if they are winning?
Oh, fans definitely have their right to vent their problems with Jose. Purely and simply, they pay their money, they go and watch it, Rob. They can vent their anguish at anybody, to be perfectly honest. But I'm in the Jose corner, I've got to say. If we're winning, we're winning. I'm sure if Man U and have another 15, 20 games like the one they had there against Tottenham, where it wasn't flamboyant, but it was 3 points, and they win the championship, they will not give a monkeys what the score is.
Mm-hmm. So, if you were Jose then, would you go for it against Chelsea?
Have to go to it against Chelsea. You have to put Chelsea on the back foot, because we saw them defend the other night and their defending wasn't good enough. So you have to put them under immense pressure, especially if Kante doesn't play. Then you've got Bakayoko and you've got Fabregas once again. And as wonderful a football Cesc is, and I love watching Fabregas play, defensively is not his strongest point. If Kante and Bakayoko are sitting there, it's a different kettle of fish. I don't think Kante will start, to be perfectly honest, because having a hamstring problem, that's tough to come straight back into the fold. So it really does depend on whether he plays, Kante.
OK. Let's get into that, because it hasn't been an easy week for Antonio Conte either. His side lost 3-0 in Italy on Tuesday evening. He's facing more questions about discontent amongst his players. So let's look at those midfield options. And will he have this man back in his side for the game at the weekend? And who are the best defensive midfielders right now? N'Golo Kante did train with Chelsea in the week, but Conte decided not to risk him against Roma. In all this season, he has played 630 minutes, passing accuracy of 85%, tackle success of 78%. With a player who's had a hamstring, Ray, it's a very difficult... You said it's desperate that he plays against Manchester United, but what you don't want, if you're a Chelsea fan or Antonio Conte, is for him to play, to tweak it, and be out till January, February because of that. What do you do?
But the way he plays, Rob, he's all energy, he's all life. So that can happen. You know, unless he's 100% fit, you cannot risk this guy, because if it does happen that he tears that hamstring massively, you know, that's 2 months, 3 months out, because a hamstring is very, very tough, and especially in a player like Kante, to get it 100% right. So they've got to give him time. I've got to say, if he's not quite there, then don't play him. It's a bit like Pochettino with Harry Kane playing at Old Trafford. He took the right route and left Harry to be fully fit and play against Real Madrid. We have to do the same with Conte.
Mm-hmm. OK, let's move further down the line and a player you said you strongly admire, Cesc Fabregas. He's featured the most here for Chelsea this season. Passing accuracy, not far behind Kante's. His tackle success, though, not as good. Do you prefer him further forward? Would you play him further forward, or are you happy with him in that too?
I would personally play him anyway, Rob, because I think Fabregas is the best footballer Chelsea actually have. As a brain, as a midfield passer, you know, we say his percentage isn't as good as Conte's. He touches the ball twice as many as Conte. Twice as many touches than Conte has in a game, because that's his gig, that's the way he plays. But I'd have him anywhere, Rob. I'd just stick him in the team, because he's that good.
OK, let's move on to Tamui Bakayoko. According to the Chelsea fans, he never gives the ball away. He's played in 9 of Chelsea's 10 games this season. He's played 673 minutes in total. However, he does give the ball away, because his passing accuracy is 83%. Tackle success of 71%. What do you make of the impact he's had?
He's done OK, but the person he's following is someone very difficult to follow.
We'll get on to him in a moment.
I'm sure we will, but he's done OK, and I will only say OK. He vacates that situation far too early as far as I'm concerned. It's all very well playing for Monaco and playing in the French Ligue 1 every week in, week out, and then occasionally playing in the Champions League. When you come to a club like Chelsea, you have to win. And you have to win yesterday, not tomorrow. You have to win yesterday. I don't think this young man has quite come to terms with the fact that he's a massive, massive football club yet. OK,
let's finally go to summer signing Danny Drinkwater. He is still at Chelsea. And they made a late appearance, just like he has this season.
Yeah, exactly.
He's had those injuries, just 11 minutes. That came in the win over Bournemouth. What can he bring to the party?
Well, personally, Rob, I'd play him instead of Bakayoko, because he has the experience of the Premier League. And when you're playing against the likes of Manchester United, this is going to be a real eye-opener for Bakayoko on Sunday, if he plays.